girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. So today I've got in a Guanqin, quite possible, I think it's the first Guanqin I've had on the channel actually. I've had a Guanqin or a couple before, back to the Gear Best days, long before even thinking about starting a YouTube channel. This one, it was on sale on Amazon for very, very cheap. I'll talk about that a bit later in the video. But it's got some, I don't know, some of you might think it looks like this or that, but I think it looks like a sort of dressy Tissot. That's kind of what I'm thinking of when I look at this watch. Two-tone watch. It's got a Miyota 8200 movement inside. A little bit of an older variant of those 8000 series of movements, but ticks along nicely. Like I said, two-tone, exhibition case back so you can see the movement. These sell on AliExpress for sort of £40, and if you want a sort of dressy piece, don't want to spend the earth, and it's well built, the bracelet's nice, then it could be one for you. But yeah, so as we go through the video, I'm sure it'll become clearer as to whether it's in your taste or if it isn't. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool for the money. I will leave an affiliate link in the description just taking you to the watch. It doesn't cost you any more, just makes your life that bit easier. But guys and girls, thank you for tuning back in, and without further ado, let's get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys and girls, so this is the watch. As you can see, it's a Guanqin. Guanqin were sort of, they became a little bit famous with Gear Best. I know I bought a couple of Guanqins long before I started my channel, thanks to Jody over at Just One More Watch. And yeah, there's the model number, GJ16110. The hyphen H isn't that important. It comes with an outer sleeve, sort of like a faux sort of croc style box. Inside it's got the watch, comes with a instruction manual, warranty card, probably not worth an awful lot. Inside there's the watch. I put the cloth like that because I've taken two links out for it to, or excuse me, three links, yeah, two links out for it to fit my wrist. I'll leave the cloth out just so I can give it a wipe. But yeah, quite primitive packaging. Before you're getting for the price, you can't really expect the earth. And this is the watch, a two-tone dress watch. I kid you not, at one point in time, I don't want to give the game away too early, this watch was selling on Amazon UK for £18, 1/8. Crazy, I know, mental. I didn't grab one. My friend Adrian sent it over. My brother's bought it off him since. But yeah, even if you bought this for £40, I think you're not going far wrong, to be honest. But yeah, the model number for this is the GJ16110. Inside, it's running an automatic. It looks like Miyota 8200 movement. A bit of an older movement. I'll bring some information up about that now. Yeah, they seem to be around a while ago. 21 joules and stuff. This one's running decently for the sort of price you'll spend on this watch. You can't expect the earth, and like I said, it's been running okay. I wore it for a couple of days and I didn't notice anything significant with the time. I'm not going to say I kept really accurately, but I didn't notice that I'd lost or gained much. So it's running within a decent set of parameters. So yeah, it's the Miyota 8200 movement. The construction of this watch, aside from the exhibition case back and crystal on the front, 316L stainless steel. So that's the fixed high polished bezel case, crown, outer part of the exhibition case back, solid Lennox bracelet and butterfly clasp, all 316L stainless steel. The gold elements you'll see are PVD coated, but it's still a 316L stainless steel. Generally, the case thickness of this watch is 11.5 millimeters. The case diameter I measured in at the 8 to the 2, which is where I normally measure because obviously the crown's in the way otherwise, and it was coming in at 40 millimeters. When you go for the 9 to the 3, including the crown, it was coming in at 42.7 millimeters. The lug width is 20. That does taper down to 18 millimeters at the butterfly clasp, and the lug to lug, tip to tip, is 48.3 millimeters, and it does have female endings to the center link, so it doesn't protrude any more than that. I'll show you the case back. It's an exhibition case back. It is screwed down, and unusually it's got AR coating on the bottom. I've not really seen that. You'll see the blue coming up in the camera. Quite unusual. I can't say I've ever seen that on a watch that I've had any time recently. It doesn't jog any memory in me that, yeah, unusual to see that. Gilt movement as well. The bezel is a fixed high polish bezel, as I spoke about already, in the gold PVD coating, and the crown is situated at the 3 o'clock, and it is just a push-pull crown. But it is a dressy type watch, so it doesn't really matter. The bracelet's actually quite nice. The little links inside they're individual, so when you're taking the pin in and out, it can be a bit of a nightmare lining it up. But I quite like the fact that it's individual. It makes articulation very nice. As you can see, it sort of conforms nicely, and nicely finished, all polished. Yeah, looks nice on wrist. It's got a bit of a Tissot vibe to me. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a Tissot. But yeah, all polished bracelet. Guanqin signed on the pin buckle clasp. Excuse me, the butterfly clasp. Fully milled, double safety pushers on each side to operate that. The crystal covering that dial is a mineral crystal, as is the bottom, but again, for the sort of prices these are sort of selling for, not massively surprising. Would have been nice to have had sapphire, but and if you buy it from AliExpress, where it's sort of in and around £40 odd, yeah, sapphire would be nice. For what they were selling for on Amazon, not so much. The water resistance of this watch is 30 meters, so that's 3 atmospheres. That's the splash proof, guys. I wouldn't take it swimming or anything like that, unless you're feeling a bit ostentatious. And the weight will appear in the top right hand corner. It's in around 116 grams with 2 links taken out, in around 120 grams ish with both of them put back in. But let's look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So you've got a minute track going around the outer edge. You've got an applied circular. Is it applied? No, it looks like printed on every hour, which is loom filled, as are the hands. And I'll bring that up now just so you can have a look at the loom. Nothing to write home about, but it's a very inexpensive watch, and it's also a dress piece, so it's not gonna, yeah, it's not a biggie. The loom not being great, it's okay, it does the job. Inside that you got applied indices and battens. So you got numerals for the 12. You got applied indices everywhere else. You got a Guanqin printed onto the dial, and it says Guanqin since 1989, just below the numerals at the 12, and just above the indices at the 6. You got automatic printed onto the dial also. If you take the crown out, obviously it doesn't hack. Oh, it does. Excuse me, it hacks. Hand winds. There you go. Tricked you there, didn't I? It does hack. So you put it back in, it will start back up again. Take it out, it will stop. If you take it to that position, you can change. You can charge it up. You put it to the first position, and you can go through the dates and stuff, which works no problem, no issues whatsoever. Put it back in. Obviously, then it's flush to the case, and you can charge it and everything else. But that's the dial, guys. Like a sort of matte black dial with gold accents. And like I said, the loom is okay. Nothing special, but as I said, it's a dressy piece. But let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, guys, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist for your reference. And as you saw, I took 2 links out for it to fit me. And it comes in quite comfortable, actually. Let me give it a quick wipe. It comes in pretty comfortable. And that's what it looks like on my wrist. A little bit of bling signed on the pin buckle, on the butterfly clasp. And not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. But then, guys, that will now take me on to what I think is pants and pucker about a watch. If you guys have ever watched before, you'll know I always start with pants. I like to go on a high with pucker. So what I think is pants is, as I said, is relative to the price. But if you do pick this up from AliExpress, and I will leave a link taking you to this watch in the description, it has a mineral crystal. Sapphire crystal would have been nice. So mineral crystal. And again, no half links with this bracelet. And like I said, given the fact it's a butterfly clasp, whenever you have a butterfly clasp, it's not always easy to get the perfect fit. So half links do become almost quite essential. So they're the only 2 things, guys, for the price. I'd go with the mineral crystal and no half links. What I think is pucker is the hands and indices. I think they look really clean, really nice, and they go quite nicely also. The movement, yeah, 8200 movement. Yeah, like I said, hacking hand winding movement, day-date variant, running pretty good at this point. And like I said, even if you pick this up on AliExpress for £40, an automatic movement that's doing the business like that, you can't really moan, can you? The bracelet, as I said, the bracelet's really nice. Nice articulation, fits nicely, feels really comfortable on wrist, as you'd have seen in the shots at the intro and just a moment ago. The fit and finish, generally in terms of the tolerances, it fits nicely at the lugs. The polishing's done consistently throughout. No, obviously it's got my fingerprints, I do apologise, but yeah, the fit and finish of this watch is done to a nice standard, and the bracelet obviously highlights that fact. And the price, like I said, if you get this on Amazon, it's basically daylight robbery. But I don't know if they're going to be back on Amazon, but even for £40 AliExpress, I think it's a decent buy if you want a sort of automatic dressy piece. So just to surmise what I think is Pukka, as I go with the hands and indices, the movement, the bracelet, the fit and finish, and the price are what I think Pukka. And would I recommend this watch? Yeah, I would actually. I think if you want sort of like a dress watch with a bit of statement, because two-tone is not for the faint of heart, let's be honest. I think this could definitely be up your street. It's definitely one that, well, it's up my brother's street, isn't it? Because he's got it now. But yeah, nice dressy piece if that's what you're looking for on a budget. So yeah, I would recommend it. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.